Yo, yo, yo. What up, guys? How's everyone doing? Can everyone hear me? See the Bitcoin chart? Can you hear the music? Is the music not too loud? All good? Perfect. My voice might sound a little different because I'm a little bit ill from the weekend, but that's fine. A lot to talk about here, huh? We'll start in a second. Just gonna give it some time so some more people can join. Then we'll get started. Too much, yeah. ID looks interesting. We'll get into altcoins after we do Bitcoin. We'll start off with Bitcoin and then go from there. First time checking your stream, good vibes. Hey, welcome mate. Get well soon. Thank you. I'm fine, I'm fine. Where are you from? I'm from Belgium. Raining in Belgium, that's why. Yeah, it might. The weather sucks today, man. Holy shit. It's been raining all day. Hello, Johan. What up? It always rains in Ireland. That sucks as well. Just like the prices, yeah. Sunny in Berlin, nice. Berlin, the city of techno. Ja, ja. Yeah. Greetings from rainy Switzerland. Hello, man. Welcome to the club. Rainy in Belgium as well. I went short at 29k and closed when it break even and didn't enter since. Again, same problem like when FTM was at Seville. I have always perfect plan but miss the actual plan when it comes to it. Yeah, in that case the rule set and forget might be best for you. Entering a trade and not touching it, you know, set your stop, set your target and don't touch it until one of them is met. All right, let's start with the intro, right? So welcome everyone to the live stream again. It's Tuesday, we have a nice Monday range to work with. Bitcoin been trading in a range for quite a few weeks here, and plans didn't really change, but yeah, I think we have enough to talk about this live stream. Thanks to Bybit for sponsoring. Great exchange, I'm sure you've heard of it. You can trade all different altcoins on there, as well as Bitcoin, of course. So use the link in the description if you want. You can get up to $30,000 in bonuses, and you get free access to my Discord group where I post all of my trades live. And you can get all Coin Market Manager paid features for free as well. So all of that simply by using the link in the description. So definitely worth checking that out. So thanks to Bybit for sponsoring. Leave a like on the stream, on this YouTube video, helps me a lot to get more views, to get more subs. So subscribe as well. I'd really appreciate that. We are at 5k, next milestone 10k, you know. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, you know the drill, okay? Right, and then let's start with Bitcoin, right? Let's start discussing. So where are we trading? I'm gonna do a top-down analysis from all the way on the monthly, actually. So let's start off on the monthly and mark out some key levels. So some key levels, obviously this was a former range we traded in, right? For all of this time, from these highs to these lows, back to the highs, swept the highs, back to the lows, broke below. And immediately, what would be a good sign for Bitcoin on the high time frame to target a lot higher? And with a lot higher, I mean probably like 53k. You ideally want to see a monthly close, a massive pump back inside this range. So let's mark it out with a clean range actually. Right, as you can see, mid-range, pivotal, right, clean range, right, and I'm sure you this sort of structure rings a bell. Why? If you zoom out a little and you take a look at the range we formed down here, let's take it on the weekly, right, from the low to the high. Okay, it's sort of the same structure. Lows, highs, broke below, right, consolidated below, and then as soon as we got the smash back inside the range, strong close, we saw continuation to the upside. Okay, if you zoom out to the monthly again now, right, this could be the same case, right, where this then becomes the sweep of the lows or the deviation, whatever you want to call it. Close back inside here, we target a lot higher. Okay, for now we haven't managed to do so. Instead, well, we did close above these lows, but as you can see, it's not holding above. So what you want to see here is a big pump and a close above here. We could wick these highs again and close back below, right? But that's not what I'm looking for here. If I want to target 50k, if I want to target up there, I want to see a massive monthly close above these highs. Okay, so close above there, we target a lot higher. I am still targeting higher, but low time frame, I think we're in for a little bit lower. Okay, what I mean with low time frame is if we zoom out to the daily, you can immediately see where I'm coming from. We have all of these lows here unswept. The highs have been swept. Okay, highs deviated or swept, boom. Supply being built up down here, broke back inside, retest of supply, failed to break back above. That was my trigger for higher. I wanted to see a break above here, posted about that multiple times, but we failed to do so, and instead we sold off. Okay, so it would only make sense right now to, at least in my opinion, go for the opposite side of the range, which would be these lows. Okay, what I also said was that the breakout out of this lower time frame range was quite significant. If we were bearish and we were targeting like 12k, the target a lot of people are talking about, then I think we would have seen continuation from these lows down here. Okay, because then we would have swept liquidity here, or from here. Okay, you saw this sweep as well, took out all of the highs into this key level here. Then we should have seen continuation from there, in my opinion. Okay, and go for the lows from there. But instead, what did we do? Stop out all bears, invalidate all short scenarios, and close strong, continue to the upside. Okay, so now what becomes the new big support level? Well, that's going to be this range high level. What it also lines up with, I've talked about this one before. If we take a look at the candle that broke us out of this monthly range, that's gonna be this monthly candle, right? If you take it from the lows to the highs and draw a clean range, guess what? Range mean almost perfectly lines up, with this former range high level. Okay, so you could mark this out with an area, right? Just a pivotal area, you know. You don't need a lot of levels to combine them just to see that this level has been pivotal, right? Resistance, 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 sold off, resistance, resistance, swept resistance, and then smashed above. Okay, so whenever price returns to that area, you want to see ideally this area hold. Okay, so what am I ideally looking for here? And I know it's a scenario a lot of people are watching, but I've been watching this scenario for quite a long time. From all the way up here, I explained the the emotions as well, right? People were extremely bullish up here, which is why I also closed my margin longs from all the way down here. And I said, could have a scenario where we start dumping from here, go for the lows again. Everyone starts calling for 12K again. Everyone's extremely bearish again. And that would be the perfect scenario for a macro higher low, just like we had here. Okay, which sends us to the ultimate target of 32K. Okay, and there we'll have to see if we sweep key liquidity above these highs, right? Do something like this and smash back below. Then I could see us revisit all the way back towards 20K, 20K to 20K from there. Okay, all the way back down, and then maybe bottom somewhere around here and then go up again. Right, so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm watching, looking for a higher low in the 25K area. And that is where I'm going to be looking for longs. Am I blindly gonna buy the dip? No, because like it's a scenario that we've seen a lot, the sort of bouncing ball scenario, right? Where you, well, wait, you keep bouncing on the same, no wait, on the same support level and make lower high after lower high after lower high until the support breaks, right? So lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, then support breaks. And in this case, in this sort of scenario, you often don't get like the sweep and instant bounce, but you often get just a big fat nuke and continuation to the downside if you've been in the range, right? And if supply has been rejecting constantly, unless you see it differently, right? Where you have lower highs, right? Being liquidity being built up, and then a sweep of a key low into a key area, right? And then go for all of the liquidity above at once, right? So what do we have here? We sort of have both, but what I wouldn't be looking for here would be something like this and a sweep. What I would and the pump. What I want to see here is the lower dive, right, into this key pivotal area, and then the bounce, and then the squeeze higher. Okay, and I also think that we're not trading in this range for this this amount of time, so for a long time, just to get a quick wick here in here and then see continuation. I think then it makes more sense that we break below, right? Spend some time down here, right? Get everyone bearish, and then maybe sweep the lows once more and then reclaim and go for the highs. So I think you will have time to buy the dip down here. I hope that makes sense. I don't think it will be something like this, okay? I think we break in here, then consolidate, sweep the low, and then start ramping up, okay? So that's pretty much the bullish, well, the high time frame bullish scenario. And then we'll have to see what happens up here. As I said, if you want to target a lot higher, you ideally close the monthly above here. Okay, if we close the monthly here, dips are for buying and you target a lot higher. If not, and you wick above and break back, especially back within this big level, yeah, then I think we see a lot lower. That wouldn't be a good sign. But I personally am in the camp of calling that this was the bottom. So I don't think that 12K is coming. I think it would make more sense to then maybe do something like this, and then come back down here, but then bounce again and see a lot higher. I don't think we see like the scenario where we go down from here all the way to 12K and then, I don't know. I don't see that happening personally, but that's just me. All right, does this make sense? %100% of crypto Twitter is calling for that scenario. Yeah. Are you green this month? Nope. So far I'm in the red. 25k is noise. If it goes there, it's gonna nuke straight up. Nuke straight up. What do you mean? Everyone literally looking to buy 25k. Yeah, who's everyone, you know? Who's everyone? It can go to 21, give everyone chance to buy, and it will still chop everyone up on the way up and scare you from buying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think like it's gonna be easy to buy the bottom and get out in profit instantly, right? It's gonna chop you up. That's what I tried to tell you. Like it's gonna make you think here that it's gonna continue to the downside, and a lot of people might be calling for this scenario right now. But how many people will actually buy and will actually hold until new highs? That's the question. And I think a lot of people who are looking for this scenario, right, and target new highs will still fuck up once we're down here. It's clear. Weekly looks bearish. Well, I agree. It looks like it wants lower, but that's what I'm saying, right? I think we do see lower. We take out these lows and potentially even spend some time down here. But then ultimately, I think this is the low you want to buy. Maybe we see a little lower, you know, but this is big demand in my opinion. I still think dips are for buying. I still think like this was such a beautiful scenario, beautiful thing. What happened here, right? Everyone was bullish up here. We straight up nuked, spent some time down here, and it's done exactly the same what I want to see here, right? It chopped everyone up, everyone calling for 12k, everyone short, and what does it do? Ignore everything, strong close back inside, and just straight run up, leaving everyone who was bearish down here and who didn't get in behind. And that's what I want to see here. So like this exact same thing could happen here, right? Where you could spend weeks down here without a lot happening, and then suddenly strong close back inside, and then you see continuation. And then indeed, maybe the people who do on Twitter who posted the scenario are gonna come out and say, I told you, but how many are actually going to trade it, you know? And that's, after all, that's what all that counts, you know? It's not about the cloud and shit, but it's your trading that counts, right? We're all here for the same thing. Can you check hourly range? We are now after this drop. We have UB above. Yeah, we'll go into the lower time frames in a second. How likely you see a brief sweep of 26.4 without reaching obvious support? I don't think so. It's what I said. I don't think we do this and then bounce. And if we do, like if we see a quick wick and pump, I think like this area is for shorting and target lower. Good morning, Burned. Any expectations of this week's PA in relation to CPI data incoming tomorrow? Well, as I said, I think these lows are ripe for to get swept. Like, invalidation for bears is also pretty damn clear. Like, we failed to break above supply and above the cleanest resistance on the chart. So as long as we're below this, the most obvious next target would be these lows down here. So with that in mind, I'd say lower is likely. But I'm not ruling out something like this and then the dump, right? So I could see us pump maybe into CPI, scam pump, but I think if we do so, it's for fading and target lower. What do you think about alts? We'll get into alts in a second. Thoughts on meme coins pumping? Doesn't this happen at the end of the rally? I think we consolidate 2-3 months. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on these meme coins. I don't really trade them. But yeah, I agree. We could start consolidating for 2-3 months. And that's what I said, like the scenario from down here. Where is it? See, something like this maybe? Maybe a little lower. And then continuation. I think that's a possible scenario for sure. And then people down here, it's always the same. The most obvious thing doesn't happen. And maybe now the most obvious thing is down from here, which is why we maybe first trap some more people into getting bullish again, then see the drop, they get bearish again down here, and then you pump it. Hold on. You remember this? FOMC, bullish, pump everything. The fuck, I'm short. Like, it's exactly the same. That's what I tweeted then. Well, this was a masterpiece, you know? And then this is how it played out. And I tweeted about it, but I'm not sure I'm gonna find it that fast. I tweeted about it, the exact same thing with those little texts up here. Was up here, I think. I tweeted the exact same thing. Same thing again, everyone bullish here, right? What the fuck? And then down here, fuck that, I'm short, and then run it back. Like, and we got a lot more chop now. But if you think about it, nothing changed, right? Market-wise, we're still in the same stupid range where everyone has flipped bull, bear, bull, bear, bull, bear, while nothing happened. Like, I made a lot of money longing this and closing up here. And to be honest, my trading in this range sucked. I haven't really made anything in this range, but my profits came from this move. Now I'm just trading small size in between, but I'm waiting for the big long opportunity again. And on the cleaner price section. So in this range, basically nothing happened. So I still think that there's a big chance that it plays out. And maybe like here, everyone thought we were going for the lows as well. here everyone thought we were going for the lows as well. That's why I said shorting that bouncing ball pattern is risky as well, because you very often get those dumps into the bottom of that bouncing ball pattern, and everyone flips bearish and they start shorting because it's going to break, and then you squeeze back into supply and then you get sold off again, and then exact same, everyone's shorting, targeting the lows, and then goddamn back to supply. Then it dumps again back into that area, shorting, targeting the lows, back into supply. So is it the same here? Possibly we swept some lows into former consolidation, so why not get another bounce in there and then go for the lows in a straight nuke, and then start consolidating, sweeping lows, higher low, and then finally the pump. And by that time, right, like people post scenarios on everything, and but what do they trade? That's the question. Does this make sense? I'm not sure if it's clear. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry, my mic was muted. I was saying for journaling I just use CMM. It's all automatic, and you can add notes to trades as well. And I said it's just when you spend hours and hours in this market, you start recognizing, maybe not patterns, but you start recognizing where market is trading, the emotions of people that people have, and yeah, how price action, how price is behaving. And then it can be useful if you've written down your notes on a previous trade where exactly the same happened. But yeah, I'm not doing it enough, to be honest. But that can be something very useful if you're just starting out, just writing down everything you do and your thought process on every trade, and where it goes right or where things go wrong. I stopped trading when some of my old bullish setups start taking stops. That's when I assume trend has changed. Yeah, that's whatever works for you. With the sweep of 26.4, I meant range low. So just a quick tap without reaching 25k support. Yeah, this one. I mean, we could, but you mean something like this and then front run 25 and go up. Yeah, we could, but then I think you'll have higher probability trades just longing higher up, right? This is your clean resistance. Well, the resistance I want to see get broken then would be probably above here. Like close a weekly above here, and the retest is an easy buy in my opinion, targeting 32k plus. So why risk longing down here? And then where would you keep your stop, right? There's no clean invalidation on this. So then I'd rather wait for a break above there. From Portugal, how are you? I'm good, man. How are you? You've been trading many years. How well do Fibonacci levels work in your opinion? From what you are drawing out, it seems price action are often based on Fib and 0.5 levels. What I use is OTE for Fib levels. OTE, and I love it. So the 7.9 and the 6.2 level, and then the equilibrium or the mid-range in between those two levels is the 7.05 level, right? And I use this a lot. You'll see there's plenty of examples where price returns to the OTE and then starts jumping again. And I can show you tons of examples, right? So just like look at this price action: high to low, retrace, OTE, nuke. Yeah, where else? Low to high, right? From this swing, low to high. Where did price retrace? OTE, boom. Where else? Also on the lower time frames, by the way. Yeah, but you get the idea. There maybe. No, that's low, high to low. See, swing high to swing low. Where do you look for shorts? OTE, beautiful, perfect. Boom, sold off. See, it's everywhere. It's voodoo shit. So never bad to check where OTE is resting. So what would that be if we're drawing OTE here, right? High to low. Guess where the OTE is? The clean resistance up here. So why not bounce here, right? Because everyone's bearish again. Bounce, boom. Again, another higher low, another lower high, what I just explained. And boom, down again. All right, so low time frame plans. So yeah, let's start. Let's do on the 4 hour. So say we go up from here. What am I watching? If we go up from here, I'll be looking for shorts. As I just said, I want to see us pump into here. What do you have then? You have a clean entry, a clean, especially invalidation right above here. If it's back above there, I'd say we run a lot higher, okay? Then it's gonna be taking these stops, and then I think we have enough fuel to take these and run all the way up here. So short, invalidation, right? Just layer in on the way up. Target lows here, and then ultimately 25 0.2, I'd say. The key level from back here you want to be watching. If we don't and we start dumping from here, right, do something like this. Let's see where Monday high and low is resting actually. So that's Monday high and Monday low. If we do this, right, sweep Monday low and reclaim and we see strength, I might go for a long with a tight stop, probably keep it below there, target high up here, like if you zoom in on the hourly, right, let's do this again. Where's liquidity gonna be resting? At this high. So if we go down, sweep Monday low and see strength, reclaim, look for a long there, invalidation below there, target up here, and then yeah, probably start closing on the way up into ultimately Monday high, but probably be fully out before Monday high because Monday high is quite high already in my opinion. But anyways, so down first and the sweep and reclaim, look for a long there. Up first, right, and sweep this, look for shorts, invalidation above red, target down here and down here. And if we don't get either of these and just nuke straight into here, I will probably sit on my hands for a little longer and wait for price action to develop down here. And what I want to see then is some ranging, right, low, sweep of the low, and then should have enough fuel to see the squeeze back inside the range, and then things should go fast, just like we had here, right? Then you don't want to see us wick in there and reject, because then the chances of us just seeing the bearish retest and continuation to the downside increase a lot. Then you want to see squeeze, strong close, and instant continuation. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Does that make sense? If you enjoyed the live, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Helps me a lot. Let's get the likes to 50. Hello, Mehdi. When will you come to Dubai? It's on my watch list. I definitely want to come to Dubai. I'll let you know if I do. 28.9 could be a nice short, mid 4 hour range plus OTE plus supply. Yep, I agree. 28.9, yeah, two all the way up here. I agree. I don't think we're gonna see 25k because everyone waiting for it. If we're going to dump, it's gonna be crazy to scare everyone. I don't know, man. I think we could see lower than 25k and still make a higher low and go for 32. But then I'm just gonna be more cautious because this is a big level for me. And ideally I don't want to see a weekly close below there. Because if we do, I think we at least retest this weekly mid-range at 21. But then still, I think this could be a very nice buying opportunity for spot as well. I'm in spot from, I first bought here way too soon, like at 27, 26k. And then I held it all the way down, never bought. And then here, once we got the close, as I explained, the big close back inside here, I bought way more spots at 17k. And if I'm gonna add even more, it will probably only be if we get close to 20k again. But yeah, I don't see 12k happening personally. You also watch ES and the dollar for your analysis? Mostly not. I'm favoring just if trading the charts, well, analyzing the chart you're trading. So only a few people can actually combine charts and use it in their advantage. Does that make sense? Like, especially for beginning traders, combining Bitcoin with ES and the dollar and stuff will only get you mixed signals and just confuse you even more. And yeah, it can be dangerous. Why would you short Bitcoin because ES looks bearish, right? Or why would you long Bitcoin because ES looks bullish? It doesn't make sense. You could say if they all line up, yeah, I agree. But for a lot of people, it's just better to focus on Bitcoin. The amount of times I've seen people calling for new lows on Bitcoin because ES was dumping and then Bitcoin just squeezed higher because ES already dumped into support and bounced a little, or whenever ES is pumping, right? And people are longing Bitcoin, but it's just lagging. And then when ES hits resistance and starts dumping again, Bitcoin nukes. Yeah. It's a lot. So just focus on the chart you're trading, I'd say. Very clear. All right. Yes, sir. All right, let's check some altcoins then, I guess. But if we think a little bit now and everyone bearish calling 25k, can we front run that? Yes, of course, obviously. But just give it time, right? Like if it does this and wicks back up again, you will have time, and then your invalidation will just be closer for longs. But just blindly longing the first sweep, I don't know about that one. Because, yeah, I mean, unless it's something like this, I'd have to keep stops like right there. Then target 32k. Yeah, that's 1.8 R, which is still decent, but then I'd rather wait for something like this, consolidate down here, sweep the low and get in there. If you already have a low, sweep the low, get in there, tighter invalidation, and target higher. See? I love your comments. Content. Oh, thanks, man. Can you give us more like that video educational? I mean, that video covers most of the things I use, to be honest. Do you only trade Bitcoin? Mostly, but I like trading altcoins when they're running, right? When they're running hot. I think it's easy to just to long them. I like longing them at least when they're running hot, and then just on the hourly look for a setup, a low time frame sweep, get in and get out in the same day or a couple days, and go like this. But in times where Bitcoin does this, I don't like trading alts. Then I focus on scalping Bitcoin. Yes, I'll check Woo and then ARB. Not looking too hot. Watching Bitcoin. Yeah, I think if Bitcoin dumps, the sooner it dumps from here, without pumping and without taking higher liquidity, the more likely I think we see the scenario where we sweep Monday low, get a reclaim and squeeze late shorts. The higher we run from here, the more likely the scenario, maybe not this high, but the more likely the scenario where we see a lot lower. And that's all because of liquidity, right? If we take this area first, this liquidity area has been taken, right? And when you sweep the low, there's no draw anymore on liquidity to the upside. When you don't take this area first and run the lows, the low time frame draw on liquidity is on this area. When you take the highs first and all of this liquidity first, where's the draw on liquidity? Below here. And at that point, this has been taken as well. So then the chances of us just continuing down increase a lot. Make sense? Okay, some alts now. So weekly range, high, low, right? So from all of this downside, bounce to this high, downside again, back to the lows. Closed above, but instantly closed back below and failed to close back above the level, swept some highs. And now continuing to the downside, so not looking too good in my opinion. What I would want to see here for bulls would be a weekly close back above this level. If we do so, right, close up here, buy the dip and target probably up here. As long as we don't do so, I think the draw is on the downside here. Low time frame. If you want to get into a short, probably as close to that key level high time frame as possible. So retrace in there and then roll it over. Invalidation above there probably. If it closes above here, then it probably runs back for the highs. ARB. It's interesting charts. Sort of the highs down, the lows down here, the highs up here, and as you can see, mid-range pivotal. Is this the chart with the most data? Qcoin maybe? I think it is. So this could be interesting. Swept the lows aggressively. I could see the squeeze back towards here. Yeah, might be interesting. But yeah, it's risky right now putting your stop below there. But I definitely wouldn't be shorting this down here. Yeah, I think this runs from here. I was bearish all this time here. But now I think it looks better for a pump, a squeeze higher. Looking good. Gonna keep my eye on this one. See weekly. Wouldn't be surprised if this weekly closes green. Let's see. Let's see next week. Litecoin. I saw a lot of people talk about the halving of Litecoin, which is in... I don't know actually when it is. This is strong support for ARB, especially for a small bounce. Yeah, I agree. I saw a lot of people talk about the halving of Litecoin and it being bullish, but I don't know. It's silly blindly believing a halving for a coin like this is gonna be bullish, don't you think? Anyways, I'm always a fan of just trading the chart, so but yeah, Litecoin is such an ugly chart. It's technically still sitting at support here. Yeah, technically it's still sitting at support, but I'm not a fan of buying into this kind of thing. Then I'd rather wait. Also, I don't like the look of the daily. Like today's daily barely has a wick to the downside, so I think we'll revisit this at some point, maybe after doing something like this and then getting back to the low and then running higher. But I don't think this was the low in. Yeah, not really clear for me. Haven't touched Litecoin since 2018. I've had a pretty bad experience with Litecoin as well. I bought it like... Let's see. Where was it? I think I bought like somewhere around here. And I remember I was targeting like 500 or something. Nah, it was closer. I'm not sure what I was targeting, but I was targeting a price, and price came very close to my exit and then started dumping. And then it never came back. So I had to close for a pretty big loss on spot. Or it was on this one. That's also possible. That I was targeting like 300. Yeah, I think it was here. That I bought these lows and then was targeting 300. but it never touched it and just pooped. The whole halving concept is BS to begin with. You literally witnessed a 3-year wave up at high time frame during the last 10 years for Bitcoin. Classic market structure, nothing else. Back to work. Thanks, G. Yeah, I agree. I also don't really believe in the halving theories. Like for Bitcoin as well, to be honest. How easy would it be to just buy into the halving and sell for massive profits? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we either front run the halving, right? We start pumping hard, and then the closer we get to the halving, we start dumping earlier, or we dump into the halving and pump a lot months after. Like, it's all about supply and demand, right? Who cares about the halving? And yes, the halving has everything to do with supply and demand, but still. Okay, I'll hop off, I think. Yeah, I'll hop off. I wanna watch Bitcoin here, what it does. I hope you liked the live stream. If you did, leave a like on the live stream. Subscribe to my YouTube. Leave a comment, okay? Follow me on Twitter, all of that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks to Bybit for sponsoring. If you use the link, make sure to send me a DM on Discord or on Twitter so I can get you added to the group. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so see you guys in the next one, and take care. Peace.